Okay, that's good. See, it's that snapping noise that is music. That's the music that we want to hear. Snap. Don't say crackle pop, that's just cheese. And that's unwanted product placement. Oh, another snap. And you got one more in there? One more. Another snap. We're got another snap there. Yes! Snap, snap. I'm gonna squeeze you out together. Now I'm gonna squeeze you. Okay, now I'm just talking weird. I apologize. Let's go back to something that is actually coherent. Now I'm gonna grab the plastic glue and I'm going to glue the underside of this tank, starting with the areas in between those pieces that jet out the base of each wheel well. Let's call it those. I hear rustling. Rustling? Yes. I hear rustling of a bag, and it sounds like a bag of chips. And for those of you who know chips and know that Canadians have funny chips like ketchup chips and dill pickle chips and bacon flavored chips and sour cream and onion chips. It's just like weird flavors apparently. Apparently when I went to the States and visiting my cousins, I said, yeah, can we get some chips? Do you have any ketchup chips? They're like, ketchup chips? What are you talking about? Ketchup? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. Ketchup chips. Never heard of it. Oh, and the other thing was, I asked for a pop instead of a soda, and they're like, a pop? What's a pop? Well, you know, soda pop. So they say soda, I say pop, and I'm like, oh, it's just a pop. I want a pop. So it's just a different name for it. You know, in Mexico, they call them refrescos. I like that name because it's a universal, you know, refresco. If you say it like that, it's kind of unmistakable what it is. I want a refresco. Like, sure, I'll give you a refresco. Or they call it a Coke because, like, everything's a Coke. Like Coke trucks all over the place in Mexico. I swear, Coca-Cola runs Mexico. There's just Coca-Cola trucks all over the place. So much pop there. Ha! So much soda pop. I said pop again. Oh yeah, and tonight at the club, one of the guys there, he picked up a termagant and he goes, "Hey, this is a funny colored termagant." I had to call him out on it. In fact, I got it on video, and it's going to be in the battle report that I had against the guard player. It was just funny. Termagant. I think I made some sort of reference to, like, what are you from? And then I named a place, but I don't remember which place it was. I'll cover the camera again.
Right.
Yeah. Put my hand here, and so you can pass. Are you eating bread? No? Ice cream?
Cereal.
Cereal? I try not to eat after dinner. It's something in fact, I stopped doing that like 4 months ago. I used to eat all the time, late at night, I used to eat like big bags of chips, like the whole bag, like big bags. I could just down it all. It's crazy. Like you look at videos of before the weight loss challenge in the summertime, like you could see it, like in my face. 38 pounds. 38 pounds ago, man. 233 pounds. Yeah, that's where I was when I started the weight loss challenge.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're under 200 now.
195. Yeah. It's good. I feel lighter. I can do sit-ups. Like it's weird. Like before, no sit-ups. Not a chance. Yeah, eating after.
How's your back?
Back hasn't bothered me. Like it's funny because if I do strenuous things, then I get lower back ache. Like shoveling snow, for some reason, the angle of shoveling and my like bent over like that, I get a achy back. But before I would get achy back just to, pick up Dana. Oh yeah, my back hurts now. What's that? Does that ever happen to you before? No, because you have you're strong like bull, and you don't have dumb problems like that. You don't have dumb half-human problems like I have.
Well, have you had a back injury?
Yes, maybe that's it because it's weakened, right? When I was doing landscaping.
Where did you have a back injury? You're prone to.
I was doing landscaping, and putting in some concrete steps for this lady, and four of us picked up the bottom step, and I pulled my back, my back went out, and later on that night I was keeled over the ottoman, and it looked ridiculous because my body was like 90 degree, so like my knees and then my torso was on the ottoman, and I couldn't bend back, like I couldn't get up, and incredibly painful. In fact, it was so painful that we called the ambulance and they came and got me, and they took me away in a stretcher.
Wow.
Took me away in a stretcher, and
Give you a bunch of muscle relaxers?
they gave me Demerol. And I walked out later on that night at like 2 in the morning. I didn't feel a thing. Demerol works. It's awesome. Okay.
Demerol doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a good drug. I thought they were going to give me morphine, but they're like, no, Demerol.
It's one step down.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
Yeah. That's my understanding too. Like, it was bad. Just pushing more than I thought I could push. It was just not wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I learned my lesson not to do anything dumb like that again.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's not worth it. In fact, sometimes I have to remember to not do dumb things like that. Like, one time I took luggage out of the back of the van. Back hurt. Ridiculous. I thought, stupid carry-on bags. I thought it was nothing, right? Back hurt. It's like, nah. You ready to hurt yourself? No more for you.
Wow.
Okay. One thing that sucks about getting plastic glue on your thumb and then pressing down on the top of this chassis is that because the plastic glue melds the plastic to another piece of plastic, the other thing it does is that it imprints your fingerprints onto the top of the chassis. So now the top of this tank has my fingerprint on it. It's like melted into it.
You sand it off?
Huh?
Sand it off?
Sand it off? That's way too much work for like the little thing like this. Yeah. Does it sound like I'm lazy when I say something like
Burn it
that?
off?
Yeah. Burn it. Well, that's more fun. Maybe I should burn it off.